I'm gonna guess on the amount of ribbon I need because the guide I had was for every 18 inches of ribbon you get about 1.5 inches braid. So it's going to be gold and white. I'm also going to double the ribbons because that would be on the back, plus this is really thin. So I'm going to do about 220 inches of ribbon and see what that gives me. 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220. Now let's fold that in half, and guess what? We're gonna go like this. Now, one of the difficult parts about doing this tutorial is because you're using so much ribbon. It makes it very difficult to do a tutorial when you've got a crap ton of ribbon. This is a crap ton of ribbon, and that's just for one side. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my center. It's very curly too, which makes it very difficult. So I'm shaking it out. You can't see that, but I'm shaking it out. Okay. So that's going to be about the middle. And I'm going to need that middle. So I'm just going to mark that. And I'm actually going to go ahead and cut that. Now for the next one, I'm going to do white. So it turns out white and gold. This is 7/8 inch ribbon. All right, here we go. 20, 40, 60, my other ribbons are 11. And I forgot where it was. I better start over. 20, 40, 60. That's where I thought it was. 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220. You can tell I do it quickly and I'm not doing it very accurately. It's okay. Ow! Okay, you can get a paper cut from ribbon apparently. That hurt. I just did it again. Same spot. It's not bleeding though. Not yet anyway. And I'm trying to find the center. And I want to make sure we've got the shiny side out on both sides. Alright. Let's pause so I can go get a Band-Aid. Alright. Got a Band-Aid. I'm all good. I have not made one of these in a long time. I'm not going to practice. I'm going to do it. Hopefully I can get it made and show you that it's not impossible to make this braid. Alright, try to get those over there. We're going to have one going east and west. So I know this is the middle of my ribbons. Again, shiny side out. There's the middle of those. This one's going to go north and south. And again, the pretty side out, both sides. I'm going to go ahead and give that a staple. Hold it in place. Okay. You see that? Gold is on top, white is on bottom. So the white is on bottom. It's going to go over the gold. And you're going to leave a loop. So what I like to do is take like a pair of scissors or something that you can hold it down with, so you can hold it in place. So it's under the gold, but it's going to loop back around on top of it. Now this one, same thing. And I'm not going to let it fall to the floor, because then it's going to try to pull the braid on the floor too. So I want to keep those ribbons up here. Okay, so there's my center and my staple. So one of these white ribbons is going to be south. One of them is going to be north of that staple. They're both on top. Let's hold that one there. This wants to fall, so I need to, okay, just going to hold that there. All right, this is the center. See, that white is underneath, so I'm looping on top, and then I'm looping on top this direction. Double the ribbons so you get a better looking braid, plus the white on top of the gold. Anytime you see the white overlapping the gold, it will look really dim. So if you double the whites, it's going to keep the white looking really crisp and white. Now this gold ribbon, like I said, it's not pretty on the underside, so you don't want that showing. Plus this sparkling ribbon is very thin. So just think about the bottom side of whatever pretty ribbon. If it's pretty on the back side, you're probably fine to not double it up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, if I can remember correctly, I'm going to take the gold and I'm going to go through this loop right here. And since it's on the floor, let me pick it up. Since I'm holding the camera with one hand, it's kind of hard to do this with another hand. But I'm going to pick up the gold, I'm going to go over this ribbon, but I'm going to go into that loop. Okay, make sense? Yes, should. So I'm talking about how it's difficult to make a tutorial with long ribbons because they're sliding all over the place. You can't keep anything where you want it. Okay, again, I'm going through there. And I'm sorry that these keep separating because that doesn't help at all. So we are going on top of this one and through this loop. Just pull those all the way through. Another reason why it's so difficult to do with long ribbons. Okay. And with doubled ribbons, because they're not wanting to stay together, so that's going to be confusing for y'all. Let's just clip those together and hope that that helps. Clip those together just for a moment. Okay. So you see how you get like this S, and then you're basically making another S, but you're going through loops. So this gold, the north gold, is going to come back over the top of this one, and then it's going to go in this loop and come back south. Okay, that's what I'm fixing to do with two hands. Okay, going over that white one, and then we're going through this loop. So it's going to be south, but also west of the staple in the center. Now let's just pull those through, hopefully not pull anything we don't want through. Okay. See how hard it is to do that? Film all this stuff when you've got a crap ton of ribbons. It's almost impossible. Okay, this is where you start pulling stuff together. So you should be looped inside of loops. You're inside that loop. You're inside that loop, which makes a loop there, which is in there, and that's going to loop. So you got 4 loops. Now you're going to pull them all snug. Careful, careful. And it's going to make a box. And that's where your box braid comes from. I learned double box braid. I don't remember where I got that from. Some people just call it a box braid. I don't know. To me, it makes a cube. I mean, yeah, it looks like a box too, I guess, but to me, I think it should be called cube braid. All right. So it's going to look on like this on the back side, on the underside, and then it's going to look like this. So if you think this is going to be seen, I just flip it over and then start braiding on this side. So that's not seen. But if you're wanting to hang something from the bottom of it, like a big ornament or a bell or something, I say leave that side on the bottom, because that way you can come through here. You've got this gap right there, and you can attach a ribbon or whatever through there either way and hang something from the very bottom. So just think about that. All right, now this part is really the easiest part except for all these ribbons. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to go like this. So the south ribbon is now going to be north. The north ribbon is now going to be south. And you've made 2 loops. So guess what? Your west ribbon is going on top of this one, but going in this loop. And then you have to pull all those 1,000 ribbons through. Now, your east ribbon is going to go on top of your south ribbon and then through that loop. And this isn't easy with a brace on either, but my hand is hurting really badly from making a love braid earlier, so I've got to wear it. Now again, you're just going to pull all these snug. And I really like to hold, okay, sorry. I like to hold your west, whatever's your west ribbon, between this one and this one. This is causing me some pain, so I may not be able to do that. And then your north ribbon, you can hold between those fingers. That way it's not going to come undone. And you're continuing this thing. So I'm going to show you a couple more times, and then I'm going to quit because it is causing me some pain and I need to sit down and do it in a more comfortable position. Like this. So north, west, east, south ribbons. So we're going to take our south ribbon and we're going to move it back up so it's going to go north. And then we're going to take our north ribbon and it's going to go back south. And they're all tangled together now. Alright. See that? And you got a loop and you got a loop. So this one, and it's going to know which one. There's a top and there's a bottom there in your box. You can't let it go or I'm going to lose all my ribbons. This one's on the bottom half of the cube, so it's going to go over this part, but in this loop I made. So you can just go like this and pull it through. Now you got this one's on top. We don't want to cooperate. Part of that's because of the braid. Okay, see, now you got a top one and a bottom. Now the top one needs to go over this one and through that loop. And pull them snug. The sparkling ribbons don't like to be pulled snug. Just want to warn you of that. Acetates and lusters are going to cooperate a little bit better. Usually, sometimes they argue too. Now, just see that? See how you're stacking? That's what you want. But you see how long it takes just to get a double stack? And we gotta go stack, 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 stack. This is why I always charge more for this one, or it goes on a high-end bone, because it takes a ton of ribbon and it takes a ton of time to get any with it. Plus it is a more difficult braid to make too. You know, it gives a lot of people trouble. Alright, we're going to do this one more time. Now, you don't have to start with your north and south. You can start with your east and west if that works better for you. So you can do that one and then left that one over there and then go with your north and south. You can go through. In the position I'm in, north and south is working better for me. And then that one's going to be south now, that's all. And that one is now on top. And oops, I'm going to go through the loop I made on the upper right hand. And then the bottom one is going to go over and through the loop I made. Again, this brace is not helping. Pull all those through. There. Now we can tighten, tighten, tighten. And look, we are slowly building. Now we have double on both sides. See what? This is why it takes so long, because not only do you build each one, you don't just build a layer at a time. You're building a layer and then a layer and then you move up. Now to get the spiral, all you're doing is you're going to go, usually I have this, usually I go with the top and bottom. Try to remember. You go at diagonal instead of up and down. We'll have a tutorial for this too. Now, see how it's diagonal instead of up and down? And then you're going to go. Let's see if I'm doing that right. Of course, I'm going to have to take this out because I'm not doing a spiral, but I just want to show you. Come on, brace. Hold that up there. Now with this one, we're going to go over and then take this little loop right here. And you have to keep doing this angle for as long as you want to spiral. And when you're done spiraling, if you want to go back to the regular up and down, then you just go back to doing it up and back like this instead of angled. But you can see how you got an angle? So every time you angle it, it's going to just keep twisting. So that's how you get that twisting, slowly twisting around. So you would go through, and then you would go through there, and you would go through there. And you see how you're stacking the spiral, and then you just kept stacking it around like that. It's pretty cool. Maybe I should just keep going the spiral. Put that one with that finger. Now that one's coming down. So you've made, see how you've made that? That one's going to come through that loop. But stay holding on to it. Gotta hold it with one hand. I have two hands for this one. Two good hands too. And then you're going over that white and through that loop. You see, I'm getting blurry. Oh. It's focusing in on my thumb. Come on, camera. I feel like I didn't get both ribbons. How did I not get both? Okay. Okay. So, again, real snug. And keep in mind, I have the camera in front of my face, and then I have my hands on the other side of the camera. So I'm not looking directly at my hands. I'm looking through the camera at what y'all are looking at. You know how much harder that is to make a braid when you're doing that? Not easy. But y'all complain if I don't get a good, well, not everybody, but I get complaints if it's not the best look, the best angle. So we will bend ourselves in all kinds of weird, funky, uncomfortable positions to try to get the best angle for you guys. So if you don't mind showing a little appreciation by at least giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't like it, just hit that thumbs down button twice and we'll be good to go. And I really like to pull those ribbons all the way through so they don't get tangled. So that one's going at an angle there. And I didn't get both of them. Again, if you got your ribbons doubled, you want to get both of them. At an angle. And this one's going to go over and through. It's going to be my upper one. And it kind of got twisted there. There we go. And then this one's going to go over that one and through that loop. Pull, pull, pull. Now you want to pull all those snug. Not a really tight, but just snug. I feel like I'm changing directions I'm going or something. I don't know. We shall see. Like I said, it's been a while, plus I'm looking through the camera and looking at my hands. Okay, so if you want to straighten back out, you're just going to go up and down, and then go that way and that way. Super simple. You see where I'm stacking? And that's how you do it. Just keep going until you run out of ribbon. Now, if you don't get the length you want, make another one and carefully either glue them or staple them together, and you may have to attach bling or trinkets or something where they're attached. Just show, you know, like in the section where they're attached to cover up mistakes, but that's an idea for you. Or you can hang something from the bottom. You could attach it to something else and make it like 2 different braids, make a loop chain. Just whatever you want to do. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up, because we do work hard on these videos and we would appreciate a little appreciation by giving it a thumbs up, giving us a comment, but you know, be kind with those comments. If you're going to be negative, just please move along. Don't even bother. I don't want to hear it. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful homecoming season, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one.